All right, so here is the new rocker. Trunnion installed an old rocker. I didn't really make a video on, or didn't put this in the video, doing the old ones, but I have this comp cams tool. I'm pretty sure it's comp cams. Yeah, this tool. For using a vise, it really worked, but you pulled the old rocker in there with the old bearings and stuff, and then this one goes, if I extended this out right there, then you just line, actually it goes this way. Put it in there, line it up with the old bearing, and then you just push it together and it pops right into this piece. And then you just use this to install too. And the trunnion kit should come with a bigger washer. So these guys that you just put in there, so the bearing, it sticks out before you fully assemble it, doesn't hit on here. So after the bearings are pressed in and your new trunnion is in, you have to take these spud washers, just flips right over it. And you take one of these guys. These are Snap-Ling Prize. These are just from Harbor Freight, the Pittsburgh ones. And then get it set in there. Then it has the little groove on it. So you have it on the Snap-Ling plier. And extend it in. There you go, your snap ring is on there. That is not coming off. And then you go ahead and do the other side, same thing. Washer, snap ring. There you go. And then just make sure that you have a little bit of side play, and then it moves freely. It spins nice and easy. So that's pretty much it for the trunnion kit. Alright, so I am taking off the old springs now. I have a BTR Platinum kit that I'm going to install. This is Bluegrass tool for the valve spring compressor. I got it off eBay. It was like 59 bucks or something, but it's a charm. So these two bolts go into your rocker bolts. It has a aluminum piece under here that goes under. This piece goes on top. This is a separate piece. Just slides on with your washer there. Put two washers there. Tighten these down hand tight. Just nice little crank, don't overturn them. Set this up with these facing upward, and then what I do is just tighten it down until it gets there. You could probably do it with the impact if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hand turn it, so I'm going to go ahead and hand turn it. Let's see. So a lot of these I've had to kind of back out in order for the retainer to stop like sticking. Sometimes they'll pop through, so I'll just tighten it down a little bit. Should be able to see the little C-clamps coming up a little bit as it gets tighter. Like this one, I don't know if it'll pop up. There it goes, popped up. That one popped up. Let me just hold this real quick. That's about as tight as it's gonna get. I don't have a regular magnet, but just take a magnet, They come right out. Just like that. Some of them I've had to spin around and do. So that one came out. Then I'll take this one. This one here. Spin it to the top. Spin it to the top. I've just found that easier for them to come out. Put it in my little tray here. That one. Pop that out. And then go ahead and loosen it up. Loosen this back up. Loosen it so there's not too much tension on it. Then I'll take my impact again and finisher. Put that there. And you can take these off. And then make sure these are all the way out. This whole thing lifts up like that. And these just come right off. And then you can take like pliers and just pull these off and put the new stuff on. All right, so you got to pop off the factory seal here. Just take some pliers, kind of wiggle it, and pull at the same time. It pops right off. Put that in there. That, just take a paper towel, kind of go around it, a shop towel. Grab all the crap off of it, kinda. All this stuff, I just want to make sure that my locator seat's right. Alright, looks good. We are going to take the locator, drop it right on there over the factory guide. Then we are going to take the valve seal, slip right over the valve. Push down, slides right down to the stock guide, and then it's sitting on there. So you can buy a tool from BTR, Brian Tooley Racing, that does this. It's like a screw in, you put a little thingy over here and you pry it down. And what I'm using is a rocker bolt and a washer. Take a 12 millimeter. This one's not a 12 point, but the other one I had was, that's what they recommended. Just pulled this out of anywhere. Then I use a wrench. I'm gonna pull this up. Hold it. And then you just take it, put it against it, and pry down. Then you feel it seat. And that is fully seated. Well, that's pretty much it for those. And then, let's see, I take this out. This is good. All right, then when you get to this point, you're gonna wanna grab 2 springs. Put 2 springs in. I'm gonna grab 2 titanium retainers or whatever retainers you have. Make sure that the more lips are down. All right, and then you're gonna wanna run this bolt all the way down here. So we're gonna go ahead and do this until our valves are sticking up enough to put those retainers in. All right, I get them pretty compressed. They're not all the way compressed, but pretty much all the way down. And when you want to install these, you can see that there's a smaller side on the bottom and a wider side on top. And just go ahead and drop them in. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. I drop them in like that. Make sure we got the right side here. Dropped in. That needs to be fixed. There we go. Make sure they are pretty good across. Then what we're gonna do is pull this back out. I had to finesse, I had to keep pressing it down and then uncompressing it to make those seat right, which I've had to do on a few. But now I'm gonna go ahead and take them all the way out. See if I can do this one-handed. And they're seated. Let's see. Seated. This is out. Take this off. Yeah, loosen these bad boys up. Bam. These are all installed. I have to wait for this one because I didn't realize how far they have to go. So there is, you see that little gap between the retainer or the locator and that? So this does move freely and that's normal. I did not know that. So I called BTR and asked. I couldn't find that in any other video. So that is totally normal. And that's how they're supposed to be on. So after they're pressed, there is a little bit of a gap in there. And then this guy, before I called, I literally tried prying the heck out of it to get it as far down as I could because I didn't know if there was supposed to be a gap. That's my mistake. I called and I'll just have to buy a new one of these. They're like $2. So I'll just put it in with my next order of whatever I need and finish this off, put the rockers on, and then measure push rods.